Man finds door into cave on his property he just bought.
Before we continue with the rest of the video, we could use your help. Click that like button to help spread the word about watchJojo, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos.
This story has the makings of a real-life horror movie. If you suddenly found a hidden door on your property, what would you do? Would you go in? Or would you do everything to make sure that that door doesn't constitute any harm? Christopher Wanless just purchased his dream house. It was a large house on an even bigger property with a land size of about 15.6 hectares. So when he finally moved in and got himself settled, he decided to take a long walk to just survey the land and check out its nooks and crannies. That day, Christopher found something that he didn't expect to see. And this discovery changed his life. He found a doorway. He pushed the old rotten door side and looked beyond it. He found a dark tunnel that seemed to go on for a long stretch. However, before he entered it, he needed to get a flashlight. Christopher hurried back to his house and got a flashlight in the drawer. He was about to make his way back outside when he decided that he'd be better served if he made a call first. He took his phone and called his realtor. He said, "I just found a tunnel somewhere on the property." He gave a description that the tunnel was long and dark, and the realtor told him not to go in. Instead, the realtor told him to call the police just in case. Christopher thanked his realtor and hung up. Then he called the police, and they told him the exact same thing. Don't go in there. The only problem was that he was overwhelmed by curiosity. Despite the advice of these people, Christopher took his flashlight and went back to the door he found. Then he walked into the tunnel. He'd hoped that this hole in the ground was exactly what he thought it was, an old and abandoned gold mine. Although he'd been warned by his realtor and the police not to go in there, Christopher made up his mind that he was going to search the place for some treasure. When we bought the house, we were never told that there was a lot of mines on the estate. We just sort of stumbled on them one day. That was it. When I first saw it, I was so excited that I came close to falling over myself. The only thing that came to my mind was Indiana Jones and the Underground Railroads. As soon as he stepped deep enough into the tunnel, his flashlight showed a few illuminated specks of gold on the wall. Could it be what he believed it was? Had he struck gold? He honestly couldn't be sure. However, what he was sure of was that he heard a noise from further inside. Against his better judgment, he went in. The noise sounded like there was someone there. He yelled out, but he was only greeted by his own echo. The ambient temperature also seemed to be lower around me at that point. Suddenly, I started to feel a stronger negative presence in the tunnel. He immediately got out and ran back home. The lights in his house began to dim and flicker. Had he just been followed by a ghost? Later, he went back to the mine. He felt a ghostly presence and ran out again.